So I'm so delighted to have Lucy today. She'll tell us in a bit who she is and what she does. I'm always excited to have these chats with passionate people because then it's so natural to discuss these things. So Lucy is one of the topmost sports lady in this country, and we know how.
Thank you.
Yeah. So she's going to tell us about herself, about her awards, and what challenges she faces about when she's pursuing her career and all of that. So welcome, Lucy. You can tell us a bit about.
Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Lucy Ndirangu. I'm an athlete, as most people now know me. Most people identify with me as an athlete. But the Lucy that sits as an athlete and as a coach started as an IT graduate, but never pursued any of that. Once I graduated, 2 weeks post-graduation is when I started my bodybuilding journey. Not exactly my fitness journey, my bodybuilding journey. I also went back to school for that. I had to do the first course. They're called the diplomas, the certificates of sports coaching and instructors. I also went back to school for nutritional course, but first level. I haven't gone for other higher levels of that. I'm still holding my first level nutrition course, sports nutrition course, not general nutrition. The Lucy that sits here is a coach also. I work with Eval Health and Fitness as a personal trainer. That is Lucy, basically. That's the general description of Lucy. Most they identify with me as an athlete and as a bikini model. But in behind that, there's also a tech head in it. Yes.
That's good to know. So when you say a coach, what does it mean? Like, tell us what a day looks like for you.
When you're a coach, you are a lot of things. Our job, I call it, you're a teacher, you are a doctor, you are a counselor, and you have to be a leaning shoulder to so many people in so many situations, some that I wasn't even equipped to handle. I've learned handling them in the process. Because as a teacher, you have to, in fact, like me, I insist on healthy lifestyle. When I say healthy lifestyle, it becomes a very general umbrella. But then I bring in exercise and eating. And then now comes in the part of more like a doctor. Some cases I have to troubleshoot and address not from just a coach's point of view, but from a medical point of view. And since I am not a doctor, I have to go to research and all that to address that. And when it comes to being a counselor is where I have to deal with issues like stress eating, binge eating, where I have to tell people, to talk to people from a personal point of view. When you're a coach, you're more than just tell someone to exercise or do squats or do this or eat this. So you get to a personal level where sometimes people come to session not to exercise, but to pour out. Like, I'm not eating because my job is stressing me, and my husband is doing this, my children are doing this. So you also have to be a listening ear and a friend. That is the general description of my life as a coach.
That's a lot.
Yes, it's a lot. We are a lot.
And what
we are a lot as coaches.
Me. Yeah. You know, when we think of sports people, we just think, oh, you go to the gym, you work out kidogo, and then you go do your thing.
And then go. Or people think I hired a coach. So yes, you hired a coach who is the brains behind the exercise you'll do during the day. Is the brains behind the diet plan you're following, or the nutrition order you are in. But there are also more that we get to a point where there is a personal bond that you have to develop with the client, because I work with women. My side, I work with men. I've worked with men, but a few of them, but mostly I work with women. And you find that most of them, when they come to work out, it's not like me who currently works out because I'm a sports person and I compete. Most of them are doctor pushed. My doctor told me I need to lose 20 kilos. So remember, that person doesn't come in motivated at first.
Yeah.
They come in because of a condition.
Yeah.
So if you just dive in as do this, do that, eat this, someone gets frustrated. So you
like
have
medicine.
to befriend, create an environment that is homely. In the gym, create an environment that is homely and therapeutic, and absorb them, so they get to a point they don't do it because the doctor said do this, lose 20 kilos, or start eating this. They get passionate about it, and then when I get someone to reach the passionate level of fitness, then my job becomes easy, because administering the workouts and the nutrition and all those stuff becomes so fluid for me.
Yeah, that tells me you must be constantly learning and improving your knowledge to keep up.
Yes. In the process of doing that, I've had to learn a lot of things, to teach myself a lot of things, because now I can't go back to school for a nursing course. I don't feel like I want to go back. Trust me, I can go back to school, but I don't feel like I want to go back to school to become a nurse or a doctor. So those are things I call developmental skills that you pick in the process of work. So that's what I do. I see this is the condition this person is dealing with. They've been told to come to the gym is the best solution. How do I handle it as the coach that they have hired? So I have to go back to books and Google and YouTube and teach myself about that topic, wherever it is. And then now come back to this person, a better coach, a coach that can handle that case. Yes.
Yeah. And I guess each case is different. There's no one umbrella solution.
There is no umbrella solution, because you'll find someone who wants to gain weight, but they have an underlying condition, which is unlike someone who wants to lose weight, but they're totally healthy. Another person wants to lose weight because they have a condition that is making them need to lose weight. Others will tell you, I just need to lose 20 kilos so that I can get pregnant.
Oh, okay.
So it's usually you have 10 different women, which means 10 different cases. And sometimes you find you have 5 of them on the floor at the same time. So you have to divide your mind into 5, and also make sure you are effective in the job.
Yes. I guess that's interesting. Well, a challenge is always good, but
it's a challenge, but it's always nice, because I have found it as the path that I've grown my skills the most.
Okay. And I guess that's what is required with your now job description. You need to continually improve your skills, so that whatever comes, it doesn't upset you, or you feel, wow, okay, now what did I get myself into?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So you said you stumbled into bodybuilding. It wasn't something you had planned, was it?
It wasn't a plan. It wasn't in me. It wasn't something I knew, actually. It wasn't something I knew until 2019.
Really?
It wasn't even an underlying thought or an unconscious thing. It was totally something new for me.
Okay, when you said 2019, someone asked when I made the poster, how long has she been on it? She was like, whoa, I want to ask so many questions. And then I didn't want to guess, but I was thinking maybe 10 years. But now when you say 2019.
Oh my goodness. It will be 3 years, January 7. January 7, my bodybuilding journey turns 3 years.
Awesome.
It's still a baby.
Awesome.
Yes.
So I believe then you've just been going up, because already you've participated in competitions, or is
that 6?
What?
6 of them.
Tell us more about them, the competitions, and what was required, where you had them.
So in 2018, almost end of 2018, it's when No, basically, I've been athletic most of my life. I've been a sports person. I've been a footballer back in primary school. I was the football captain in high school. I joined campus and I joined the handball team. So I had been athletic most of my life. But then in campus, there was the idea of allowances when you represent the university into shows, wherever zone. Until our campus stopped giving us representative allowances, and I quit the team. And I went dormant for, I quit the team when I was in my second year. And I was now just a pancake, the go-to class, idol watch, kind of like a very sedentary one. Until I got some, I think, body reaction to sedentary life. I got some hormonal issues. That's how, end of 2018, 3 months to the end of 2018, I started a bit of activity, but it was just jogging. Jogging and taking selfies and liking it. That's how I started liking jogging. And now come 29 to end of December of 2018 is when I joined what I would call a real gym. A real gym. And 1 month into training, I participated in my first ever competition. 1 month into training. That's how athletic I was. It was just like a snap back from being sedentary to being active again.
Like your body
I just got back into it. They say muscles have memories. So if you go off and then you come back, it's easier to catch up with a routine than someone who is beginning from zero. So going off from activity for 2 years and coming back wasn't exactly hard for me. So they take me to, but that competition was a charity event. It was called Fitness Wars, which rebranded recently to Gamba Games. It's a charity event where you commit to performing in front of people, a series of exercises, and the people who come to spectate come with donations, which were to be taken to children home. So that was my first show. I competed and I became second. But I won in my category. But overall, because the shortest time wins, I was the second shortest time. So I became position 2 overall women lifting. That was my first show. And that's where I met Evelyn Okinyi of Ival Health and Fitness. But I didn't actually talk to her that December. I was just fascinated by everyone buzzed around her. I was like, who is this person? Everyone wants to take photos with her. And then she had to lean on this huge dude who actually turned out to be the husband. Because that's the only place where people feared approaching her for photos. So she had to stay next to this guy. But I didn't even talk to her. But I kept telling my sister who was with me at that show, like, wow, that woman is full of muscle. Have you seen her legs? Have you seen her arms? Do you see her? And who is she that everyone is taking photos with her? So when we went back to that, my hood gym is in Kenya. It's called Way of Life. I hear the guy saying, hey, even Eva was there. I'm like, who is Eva? Eva is the Miss Kenya figure. So that was it. I just did Miss Kenya. I just did that show, didn't talk to her, but admired her. And I loved what I saw. Then went back to LD for my graduation. Back there, after graduation is when she reached out to me. I don't even know how she stumbled onto my Instagram account. I had like 100 followers then, and she's this person who is being followed by 10K plus. So how she stumbled on my account, I don't know. She was like, I can see you have passion for fitness, but I think you don't know how to do it. I'm looking for an assistance, and I don't need your CV. I just need a passionate person that I coach from scratch. So for her, working with her, the qualification was passion. For something. And I was like, okay, I just, for her, that was it. Are you passionate enough? Yes, then come, I'll teach you how to do it. At least I know I want to be for when you're passionate. It's so easy to teach a passionate person. So I joined her on 7th of January, 2019. Basically 1 month into lifting weights. And then from there, then after 4 months with her, she took me into my first show. First show was Kamukonji Talent Search, the 3rd edition, and I placed second. That time I didn't have muscle. I just had abs that were shy of showing, but showing anyway. But shy, not like right now. And I placed two. That's my first medal was from that show, the Kamukunji Talent Search. Then she took me back to fitness. I decided to do another fitness. Though she was like, Ish, do you want to be a CrossFitter? Do you want to be a bodybuilder? You have to choose. And then I said, okay, let me do one more CrossFit show because I love it. And I went to the 4th edition of Fitness Wars. The 4th edition Fitness Wars, I'm the women's champion. That was my second medal. That's like the medal I hold most because I passed out after the performance. It was that intense that I passed out.
Was it because
I was like, hey, am I going to die for charity? That time I felt like I would die for charity. That was it still holds a very special place in my heart. And the children we were doing it for were so humbling because it was a very low orphanage. Basically, like the organizers even had to specify the kind of donation they needed. They had to say we need iron sheets, we need like roofing material. Because visiting that children home, like those kids were basically staying outside even when it's raining. So it was a very touchy one. Even if I passed out, it was worth it. Performing there was totally worth it. And that was my second show. 2019, I did another show that I didn't place. I became position 4. The first edition of Iron Fit Classic. It was a long lineup. It had my mentors competing. I was competing against women I have idolized for so long. And then I find myself on stage and I say, even if I don't win this show, I've won in life. I have won in life. My body goals is on stage with me. My mentor is on stage with me. That was everything. That was the first edition of Iron Fit Classic. I became position 4 in a lineup of 11 ladies. Then 2020 has been ish because of COVID and everything. We had only one show, the Iron Fit Classic second edition, which I also battled 2 of my mentors on that show, and that was my 3rd medal. I became position 3. I was the bronze medalist of that show.
That's awesome.
This year has been the year of competitions. This year I've done 3 shows this year, and I still have one more show in 15 days to close the year.
Oh, nice.
So I did Kamukunji Talent Search in March. That was the first one. I'm the reigning Miss Kamukunji bikini.
Nice.
I did. And it was also the qualifier of the natural bodybuilding I did recently in Romania. That I placed 6th in the world. That was okay with me because it was my first international show anyway. So I'm okay. But I feel like next international show I will take a better package. In July, I did the first edition of Missouli Festivals. I'm the reigning Miss Missouli Bikini currently. Waiting for the second edition.
Okay, now I've heard of it.
Yes, Missouli. Yes, I'm the reigning Miss Missouli Bikini.
Awesome.
So and now I have one more show to do, Mr. 001. Coming in on it will be on December 11th. That is the show I want to do to close this year's season. This has been an year of pressure. It's been one serious year where I have had literally no break at all. It's been prep after prep after prep the whole year until now. I have 15 more days of restrictions, and then I can be a free person for a bit.
So how do you manage that? Do you now tell your clients, hold up a bit, I have to work on myself, or you just create a schedule?
No. No. It's hard, but over time they've seen me prepare for competitions. They understand usually the competition takes a toll on us the last few days. Like right now they understand sometimes I have to coach while seated. Sometimes I don't want to talk. So if I tell you do this, please just do it and don't ask questions. Ask me questions after December. So the ones that have been with me long enough understands the whole feeling on the pressure that comes with preparing for competition, where I have to squeeze them into specific hours so that I can have adequate time for my training and my preparations and all of that. But it's hard. You're restricted from a lot. Like your eating is restricted, your workout is compulsory. Not that you're beaten by anyone, but it's compulsory from the heart. You know you can't miss it. So you have to have this discipline that is on another level, where you can't even explain it to people. People ask, how are you doing this? I tell them, I also don't know. But I can't stop doing it because I know it's necessary and it's what I need to do. Not what, sometimes it's never what I want to do. It's what I need to do for this show. Because if it was what I wanted to do, then there are mornings where I wake up and I don't want anything to do with it. But then I remember it's what I need to do, and I drag myself and I push through with the low energies, with the craving, sometimes with an anger out of nowhere, totally out of nowhere. I train angry and I finish and I go. That's how it works.
So when you say,
but it takes a lot. It takes a lot of a self-decided sacrifice. Because no one will tell you don't do this. No one will tell you, Lucy, go to the gym. Lucy, do 1 hour of running. No one. It's you to know my competition needs me to do 1 hour of running before I eat in the morning, to work out what runs for like 2 hours, into weight training, to do an extra maybe 40 minutes of running or whatever cardio I decide to do. And you find like in a day, my training runs for 4 hours. And on a very serious calorie deficit, on a lot of water, like this is like my 6 liter of water today. So you see, it takes a lot, where someone will offer something and you'll just be, no, I can't eat that, not because I have an allergy or anything, but because I have a show coming up. And it's gonna take me 2 steps back, and I can't afford the 2 steps back. I just need to stay on track. Those are the extra sacrifices that we go for to participate in these bodybuilding shows. It's the toughest part of preparation.
I like that. So does this discipline also help with other parts of your life?
It does. It does a lot. It affects a lot. Right now, I came from Bucharest 3 weeks ago, and I still haven't met my family because they want to celebrate. My sister calls me and tells me, "There's this joint I saw. They're selling some really nice food." I'm like, "Sweetheart, I can't go." She's like, "Why?" Because I can't afford to cheat right now. I have another show in 5 weeks. I'll just hold it up until the end of 5 weeks. Then we can go. And so you find myself like I even step away, not only from friends and everything, even from family. It gets that serious. Because all those social when you go to those social gatherings, and I have to keep explaining myself over and over again to see, why are you not drinking? Why are you not eating? Why do you look so gloomy? Maybe I'm on 1,000 calories a day, and I probably have burned 500, so I'm running on 500 calories in my system. So I don't even want to talk. The energy I have is for me to keep walking and not collapse. So instead of me explaining myself over and over again to people, why are you doing this? Why are you not doing this? Why are you eating this? Why are you not eating this? Why do you have to come to a party with food in your bag? Why do you have to carry food? And you know there was gonna be food here. Why did you have to go home and eat first? Or why are you here with your gym bag? Because I had to run to the gym first for my cardio and then pass by here. So it's instead of me explaining myself over and over again, I just choose to step away, withdraw for a while, deal with my competition. It may be easier. Maybe I'll find it easier explaining in December than right now.
Yeah. Right now, you even get annoyed. Leave me alone.
Right now, if you ask me a question, I'm like, it's hard to you. I can't explain unless there's a person I told, I can't explain bodybuilding and prep to you. And if I tell you to do it, I don't think you'll go to week 5 without quitting. So, and it's a very personal choice. And I tell you, it's not simple. It's the whole science of preparing for competition. Is not like I want to lose 10 kgs kind of thing. That I call that simple to say. But saying I'm preparing for competition in itself is hard. Without even starting the journey, and then starting the journey and staying at it for right now, I'm almost 30-something weeks into the process. It's a whole lot of another level. It's hard. And I'll tell you right openly, you admire the body, but the things I have to do to look like this, it's a lot. It's a lot of hard work. So if you want the body, just want the work too.
Yeah, just though it doesn't.
So if you can't want the work, you can't want the body. That's what I tell people.
Yeah.